There are some nights that feel as if the world has decided to speak in a quieter voice. Tonight is one of those nights. You step off the train and into the gentle hush of the city. Paris, the city of lights, where even the air seems warm with history, and every street feels like it has been waiting for you to arrive. The station behind you is still alive with small sounds, rolling wheels, distant announcements, soft footsteps. But the moment you take a few steps forward, those noises fall away like a coat sliding from your shoulders. You don't need to rush. In a city like this, the night doesn't chase you. It welcomes you. A cool breeze brushes your cheeks, mild and clean, carrying the faint scent of rain that fell earlier and left the stone sidewalks dark and glossy. Street lamps glow like golden moons hung low, and their light doesn't feel harsh. It feels kind, like a candle placed in a window for someone coming home. You begin to walk, slowly, easily, letting the city set the pace. Your bag feels lighter with every step, as if the weight of the day has decided to stay behind. You pass a small cafe with chairs stacked neatly in a corner, the smell of coffee still lingering like a memory. A bicycle leans against a railing, perfectly still, as if it's also resting. You take a deeper breath, in and out, and with that breath, you allow your shoulders to loosen. No one is asking anything of you tonight. No messages. You must answer. No problem. You must solve. This is a night for soft things, gentle lights, calm streets, quiet thoughts, and a body that finally gets permission to relax. You follow a boulevard lined with trees whose branches sway just slightly, the leaves whispering to one another. Above, the sky is a deep velvet blue, and the stars are shy, visible in small patches where the city's glow gives them room. Then, you see it, the Seine. Not all at once, not dramatically, just a widening of space, a breath in the city's layout, and suddenly there is water moving through the night like a smooth ribbon. The river reflects the lamps along the quay, turning them into stretched lines of gold that tremble softly with each ripple. You stop at the edge and rest your hands on the cool stone railing. The stone is solid, old, steady. It has been here through so many nights, so many seasons, so many stories, and now it is here for you. You look down at the water, and your mind begins to quiet in the same way the river moves, forward, unbothered, calm, in and out. The rhythm of your breath becomes the rhythm of the city. As you stand there, a small sound catches your attention. Soft, like a chime. You turn, expecting to see a shop bell or a passing bicycle, but instead you notice something unusual, a lantern hanging from a simple iron bracket, glowing a little brighter than the others. At first, you think it's only your tired eyes, but then the lantern's light seems to shift, subtly, gently, as if it's breathing too. You blink once, slowly, and the lantern blinks back. Not in a way that feels strange or frightening, more like a friendly signal, like the city itself is acknowledging you. And for a moment, you feel a warm comfort in your chest, the kind that comes when you realize you're safe and you're exactly where you need to be. The lantern's glow becomes slightly warmer, slightly more inviting, as if it's saying, "This way." You don't question it, not tonight, because tonight isn't for questioning. Tonight is for drifting, for following gentle lights and letting the mind soften. So you begin to walk again, following the lantern-lit path along the river. Your footsteps are unhurried. Each step is easy. The ground feels steady beneath you, and your body feels more cooperative with every moment. The tension that lived in your neck during the day begins to melt like butter on warm bread. Your jaw unclenches. Your forehead smooths. Even your hands, without you telling them to, relax, in and out. A boat passes quietly on the Seine, low and slow, leaving a small wake that makes the reflections shimmer. You watch it glide by, and you imagine your worries sitting on that boat, drifting away under the bridges, disappearing into the softer parts of the night. You reach a bridge and pause beneath it, where the sounds change. The city becomes a little quieter here, sheltered by stone. A faint echo of water, a distant laugh far away, and the gentle hum of Paris breathing. When you step out from under the bridge, the lantern is still there, one ahead, glowing just a touch brighter than the rest. It leads you to a narrow street that curves like a secret. The buildings are tall and close, with shuttered windows and balconies decorated with tiny plants. Some windows are lit from within, and behind their curtains you can imagine warm rooms, quiet conversations, sleepy pets curled on couches. The city feels lived in and gentle, like it's protecting its people with softness. Your eyelids feel a little heavier now, not because you're forcing sleep, just because your body recognizes peace when it finds it. You pass a small bakery, closed for the night, but the scent of bread remains in the air. It's comforting, familiar, like something from childhood, like mornings that felt safe. And as you walk, you realize something else. The city of lights is not loud, not at night. It's tender. It knows how to dim itself. It knows how to hold you without asking you to perform. The lantern's glow finally guides you to a quiet little square. In the center stands a fountain, not running right now, but still beautiful. An old bowl of stone with carved edges, resting in silence. Around it are benches and a few trees. The light here is golden and calm. The lantern you followed hangs on a corner post and glows steadily, as if it has completed its first job. You sit on a bench, letting your back rest, letting your arms fall naturally, in and out. And you notice, as you sit, that the air is just the right temperature, cool enough to feel fresh, warm enough to feel safe. Your breathing becomes slower. Your thoughts become wider and softer, like clouds stretching across a quiet sky. Above you, the leaves shift gently, and in the distance, somewhere far beyond the rooftops, a landmark glitters, just a hint of something tall and iconic, like a promise. The City of Lights is saying, there is more, but not all at once, not tonight. Tonight, you rest. Your eyes grow heavier, and you decide you can keep them half closed for a moment. Just half, just enough to let your mind drift. The lantern's glow stays steady, and the night, kind and patient, waits with you, in and out. And as you sit there, calm and warm, your thoughts begin to slide into the next gentle place where the lights will guide you again, deeper into the city, deeper into comfort, deeper into sleep. When you open your eyes again, if you open them at all, it feels like only a moment has passed. The square is still quiet. The lantern still glows with patient warmth. And the air around you feels even softer, as if the night has wrapped the city in a silk scarf. You stand slowly, not because you must, but because your body feels ready to float forward again. The lantern's light seems to brighten just a little, and you understand, the journey continues. You begin walking back toward the Seine, your steps slow and effortless. The streets are calmer now, and the city feels as if it's settling into a deeper rest. Even the buildings look sleepy shadows resting in their corners, balconies dark and still. As you reach the river, you hear it again, that gentle sound of moving water, like the world exhaling. In and out, your breath matches it easily. You follow the path along the Seine, and tonight, the river seems more magical than ever. The reflections are brighter now, as if the lamps have decided to paint the water with liquid gold. Each ripple stretches the light into soft lines, and every line feels like a calm thought. Simple, slow, and soothing. You pause to watch. A small breeze moves across the surface, making the golden lines shimmer. It's not chaotic. It's like a slow dance, like the river is rocking the city to sleep. And you realize something? You don't have to hold your thoughts tightly tonight. You can let them drift. You can let them float away like little paper boats. So you imagine a paper boat on the river, tiny, simple, and light. And you place one worry inside it. Just one. Something small enough to let go of for now. Then you watch the boat drift away, carried forward by the river's steady motion. You imagine another paper boat, and another. Each one takes a thought you no longer need to carry tonight, a conversation from earlier, a task you forgot, a worry about tomorrow. You hand them over gently, the way you would hand a coat to someone offering to carry it for you, and the river accepts them all without judgment. In and out. A bridge comes into view ahead, arching over the water like a curved spine of stone. As you approach, you notice small locks attached to the railing, little metal squares catching the lamplight. Love locks, you think, left by people who wanted to mark a moment. But tonight, they don't feel like noisy romance. They feel like quiet promises. Promises that some things can be held safely. Promises that some things can be released. You step onto the bridge and walk slowly across it. Halfway over, you stop and look down. The water beneath you seems deeper here, darker, calmer. The reflections move gently, and you feel a soft heaviness behind your eyes, the pleasant kind. The kind that means your body is beginning to understand it is allowed to rest. You place your hands on the stone railing, cool, steady, reassuring, and you breathe in and out. Below, a boat passes again, even slower now. It glides like a thought you don't need to chase. It moves forward without effort, and you realize you can be like that tonight. You don't have to push. You don't have to force sleep. You only have to allow. When you step off the bridge, the lantern is there again. Another one ahead, glowing a little warmer than the rest, like a guide that knows exactly how to keep the path gentle. It leads you along the water toward a row of bookstalls, closed now, their green lids shut like resting eyelids. Even without being open, they feel comforting, like the idea of stories waiting patiently for morning. You walk past them slowly. You imagine the books inside, old paper, soft pages, quiet words. You imagine yourself choosing one tomorrow, but tonight, you don't need to read. Tonight, you are becoming the story. A little farther along, you find a set of stone steps descending toward the river's edge. You sit on the steps, just above the waterline, where the air feels cooler and the sound of the river is clearer. The city behind you is dimmer here. Ahead of you, the river stretches into the distance, carrying light and shadow together. You let your shoulders drop. You let your hands rest. You let your breathing slow. In and out. You notice the way the night feels against your skin, like a soft blanket. You notice the weight of your body on the stone step, steady, grounded, safe. You notice the way your thoughts are becoming fewer, like candles being gently extinguished one by one. Your eyelids feel heavier now. The river continues moving, and it feels as if the city of lights is doing something quietly incredible. It is pulling the day out of you, not by force, by kindness. You close your eyes for a moment, just a moment, and when you do, you can still see the reflections behind your eyelids. Warm gold on dark water, soft movement, calm. In and out, a distant clock chimes somewhere, muffled and gentle. You don't need to count the time. You only need to feel how safe it is to be here. When you stand again, it's slow and easy, like waking from a pleasant dream without fully leaving it. The lantern ahead glows again, as if to say, one more place, one more quiet corner, one more gentle step deeper into rest. And you follow it, because tonight, the city of lights is not asking you to stay awake. It is teaching you how to drift. The path begins to rise, not steeply, not suddenly, but with the calm patience of a city that understands tired legs and sleepy minds. You find yourself walking toward higher streets, where the air becomes a touch cooler and the lights feel even softer. The lanterns here are smaller, more intimate, like the city has leaned closer to speak in a whisper. This is Montmartre. You don't need to know the name to feel its mood. It has the kind of quiet charm that belongs to places built for strolling slowly, places where time seems to move with gentler feet. Your steps are unhurried, and with each one, your body feels heavier in the best way, like it's sinking into comfort, in and out. You pass a small set of stairs, and the stone looks pale under the lamps. You climb them slowly, feeling the steady rhythm of movement. Left foot, right foot, calm, simple, easy. At the top, you reach a narrow street lined with old buildings, their windows mostly dark now. A few glow softly from within, with curtains drawn, the light warm like honey. You imagine someone inside, setting a cup in a sink, turning off a lamp, slipping into bed. The thought makes your own body want to mirror it. Your shoulders soften again. Your jaw relaxes. Your hands feel loose at your sides. In and out. A small square opens up ahead, and you step into it as if entering a pocket of calm. There are a few empty chairs outside a closed cafe, the tables wiped clean, everything neatly arranged for morning. A chalkboard menu leans against the wall, but the writing is faint in the dim light. It doesn't matter what it says. Tonight, you are not hungry for food. You are hungry for rest. And Montmartre is offering it generously. The lantern that has been guiding you is there again, hanging from a corner, glowing as if it has been waiting. Its light spills onto the cobblestones in a gentle circle, and when you step into that circle, you feel a strange, comforting sensation, like the city's warmth is sinking into your bones. You continue walking, following the soft curve of the streets. Somewhere nearby, you hear a faint sound. Music, maybe, from far away. Not loud, not sharp. Just a distant, gentle melody like a lullaby drifting over rooftops. It doesn't pull you into excitement. It pulls you into calm. You keep climbing, slowly, until the street opens to a wide view. Paris stretches out below you like a sea of lights. Not blinding, not bright, just endless soft points of gold, like stars that decided to live on the earth. You stop and breathe, in and out. And as you exhale, it feels like the view is breathing with you. The city lights flicker gently, not because they are changing, but because your eyes are growing drowsier, your focus softer. The world becomes less sharp and more soothing edges, rounded, sounds muffled, everything wrapped in comfort. You find a bench overlooking the city and sit down. The bench is cool beneath you, solid and steady. You let your back rest. You let your head tilt slightly. You let your arms relax, in and out. From here, the city of lights looks like a promise that the world can be beautiful without being demanding, that there can be brightness without noise, that you can exist without rushing. You sit for a while, watching the lights, and then you notice something subtle. Among all the golden points, one seems to blink a little differently. A soft sparkle, steady and calm, like a gentle heartbeat. You don't need to name it, but you feel drawn to it. So when you stand again, you do so slowly, and you follow the quiet pull of that distant sparkle as you continue through Montmartre's sleepy streets. A few more turns, a few more gentle steps, and you reach a place that feels sacred, not in a heavy way, but in a peaceful way. A high open space, quiet, with stone beneath your feet and the sky above you. The air here feels clean, still, as if even your thoughts are lighter. You find another set of steps and sit down, resting, in and out. And now, something lovely happens. You realize the city isn't only outside you, it's inside you too. The calm lights you've been following, those warm lanterns, those golden reflections, have become a kind of inner glow. Your chest feels warm, your stomach feels settled, your mind feels quieter. Your eyelids are heavy now, almost begging to close. You let them, just for a moment. And behind your closed eyes, you still see the city lights, soft gold scattered across velvet darkness. You hear the river far away, moving steadily. You feel the bench's steadiness. You feel the night's warmth, in and out. A small breeze brushes your hair, gentle as a hand smoothing a blanket. You are safe. You are calm. You are being guided. Not by anything loud, not by anything urgent, only by kindness and light. And as you sit there, drifting deeper into comfort, you sense the story preparing its next gentle chapter 1. More place in the city of lights, where rest grows even deeper. The lantern appears again, as if it never truly left. It glows softly at the edge of your vision, and when you open your eyes, slowly, sleepily, it feels like waking inside a dream rather than leaving one. You stand, and your body feels pleasantly heavy, like it has already begun practicing sleep. The streets guide you downward now, away from the higher views of Montmartre and into quieter, wider paths. The city feels even calmer, as if midnight has settled into the stones and told everyone, gently, to rest. You walk without needing directions, because the light is enough, in and out. The lanterns lead you toward a place where the air changes, cooler, softer, touched with the scent of leaves and earth. You realize you are approaching a garden, not a loud garden full of daytime life, a night garden, a garden that stays awake only for dreamers. You step through an iron gate that stands open, and inside, the world becomes hushed in a new way. The city noise fades behind trees and hedges, and suddenly you're surrounded by calm. A path curves ahead, pale under the lamplight. You follow it slowly. On either side are lawns like dark velvet, trimmed and smooth, and flower beds that you can't fully see but can faintly smell. Soft hints of something sweet and green. In and out. A fountain sits ahead, and this one is running quietly. The water doesn't crash or spray loudly. It trickles, gentle as rain. The sound feels like a lullaby made of liquid. You stand beside it and listen. And as you listen, your breathing becomes even slower. In and out. You walk deeper into the garden, and you notice benches placed in perfect spots, places designed for resting. You choose one beneath a tree whose branches form a protective canopy overhead. You sit. The bench supports you, steady and patient. You let your feet settle. You let your shoulders drop. You let your hands rest in your lap. In and out. The garden lights are different from the street lights. They are softer, lower, like little moons tucked among the trees. Their glow doesn't demand attention. It simply exists, warm and comforting. A gentle breeze moves through the leaves above you, creating a quiet, rustling sound, like pages turning in a book. You imagine the garden as a book, and each leaf is a page, and the wind is reading you a story with no conflict, no urgency, no sharp edges, only warmth, only calm, only safety. In and out. Somewhere nearby, you hear a distant owl or a small night bird. One soft call, then silence again. The garden doesn't feel lonely. It feels protected. Like a secret space the city keeps for people who need peace. Your eyelids grow heavier. You let them close halfway, then a little more. You can still sense the lights through your lashes. Warm, golden, soft. You can still hear the fountain, steady, soothing. You can still feel the bench supporting you. And you realize your body is ready, not forced, not rushed, ready, in and out. As you sit there, your mind begins to do something beautiful. It starts to loosen its grip. Thoughts come, but they don't stay. They float in like gentle clouds and drift away again. You don't chase them. You don't analyze them. You simply let them pass. And in the spaces between them, you find something even softer. Quiet. A deep, welcoming quiet. The lantern's glow seems to warm again, almost as if it approves. As if the city of lights is saying, yes, this is it. This is where you begin to truly drift. You imagine the garden itself breathing in and out, trees inhaling the night air, fountain exhaling calm, lights flickering softly like sleepy eyes. And you, right in the center of it, supported by the bench, supported by the night, supported by the gentle rhythm of the city. Your head tilts slightly, finding a more comfortable angle. Your shoulders melt down, your legs feel warm and heavy, your hands feel still, in and out, and now, in that perfect quiet, you notice something new. Not a sound, not a sight, a feeling. A sense that the city of lights has been guiding you, not just through streets and bridges and hills, but into a deeper place inside yourself. A place where rest is easy. A place where sleep is natural. A place where dreams begin. The fountain continues its soft song. The leaves continue their whisper. The lantern glows steadily, like a gentle guardian. And your thoughts slow and soften and fade until there is almost nothing left to do except drift. And as you drift, the story prepares to carry you onward into the next part of the city of lights, where the night becomes even warmer, even quieter, and sleep grows deeper still. You don't really stand up, not in the usual way. It feels more like the garden lifts you gently, the way a calm wave lifts something light and places you back on your feet without effort. Your body is warm and heavy, your mind soft and quiet, and the fountain's steady sound lingers in you like a slow heartbeat, in and out. The lantern's glow appears again, just ahead, as if it never stopped watching over you. It shines low and warm along the path, leading you toward the gate. The garden doesn't feel like a place you're leaving. It feels like a place you carry with you. You step out into the city, and Paris is even quieter now. Deep night quiet. The kind of silence that isn't empty, but full of rest. Street lamps stand in gentle lines, their light pooling on the pavement like melted gold. You walk without needing to think about direction because the lantern knows. It guides you toward the river again, and when the Seine comes into view, it looks different than before, darker, calmer, smoother. The reflections on the water are longer now, as if the city lights have decided to stretch themselves out and lie down. You follow the quay until you see them, the bookstalls, green lids closed, resting like sleepy eyelids. In the daytime, they would be alive with browsing hands and curious eyes. But tonight, they are silent guardians of stories. And somehow, that silence makes them feel even more magical. You slow down, drawn toward one stall in particular, one that sits beneath a street lamp glowing softer than the rest. You step closer. The stall is closed, but as you stand there, you notice something small and unexpected, a thin book placed neatly on the ledge as if someone left it behind on purpose. No title on the cover, no author's name, just a smooth, dark cover that catches the lamplight. You don't question why it's there. Tonight isn't for questions. Tonight is for drifting. You pick it up. It's warm, strangely, as if it has been waiting in your hands already. You open it, and the pages inside are blank at first. Then, slowly, like ink appearing from a dream words form on the paper. Not fast, not loud, softly. And you realize with a deep calm in your chest that this book isn't asking you to read it, it's reading you. It begins with a simple line, as if spoken gently in the quietest voice. You are safe. Your eyes move across the page without effort. The words don't demand attention. They guide it, gently, the way the lantern has guided your steps. You turn the page. More words appear. You have carried enough for one day. You breathe, in and out. You turn another page. Let the river take what you no longer need. Your body loosens. Your shoulders soften again. The book feels like it understands exactly where tension hides and how to coax it away. You walk slowly while holding it open, your pace unhurried, your focus dreamy. You don't need to worry about where you're going. The lantern ahead glows patiently, showing you the way. The book offers another line. Let your thoughts become lighter than air. And as you read, your thoughts do exactly that. They loosen, they float, they drift. You reach a stone bench along the river and sit down, the book resting open in your lap. The Seine moves steadily in front of you, its surface dark and smooth, carrying the gold reflections forward like a gentle conveyor belt for dreams, in and out. You turn one more page, and the book writes, "Close your eyes for a moment. The story will continue." And so you do. Your eyelids fall naturally. You still feel the book's weight, warm and comforting, like a blanket folded neatly across your lap. You still hear the river soft and steady. You still sense the lamp's glow, golden and calm. And in that moment, you begin to feel yourself slipping into a deeper kind of rest. Not sleep yet, but the doorway to it, a soft threshold. You open your eyes again, slowly, and look down at the book. The words have changed. Now it says, "Follow the light." There is a place where the city whispers even softer. You close the book gently, holding it to your chest for a moment. Its warmth feels like reassurance. Then you stand, and as you do, you notice the lantern's glow ahead brighten slightly, as if pleased. You begin walking again, the book tucked carefully under your arm. The river follows beside you. The city follows behind you. And the night opens ahead like a quiet page turning. The lantern guides you away from the river and into streets that feel narrower and more intimate. The buildings stand close together, tall and still, like they're listening to the night. The cobblestones beneath your feet are smooth and old, and the air smells faintly of warm bread and rain-clean stone. In and out, you turn a corner and see a café. It's small, tucked into the ground floor of a building with ivy climbing its side. The sign above the door glows softly. The windows are lit from within, but the light is dim, amber, sleepy. The café should be closed at this hour, and yet, the door is slightly open, like an invitation that doesn't rush you. You step inside. Warmth wraps around you immediately, gentle and comforting. The air smells like chamomile and vanilla, like something designed to soothe the nervous system. There is no crowd, no chatter, only quiet. A few tables sit empty, candles unlit. A soft lamp glows near the counter. Behind it stands a person, calm, unhurried, almost like a figure from a dream. They don't look surprised to see you. They simply nod, as if you belong here. You don't speak. You don't need to. They lift a kettle and pour steaming water into a cup, then add something fragrant, herbs perhaps. The steam curls upward like a slow sigh. They place the cup on the counter in front of you, and beside it, a small plate with a single cookie. Simple, golden, comforting. You wrap your hands around the cup. It's warm. The warmth sinks into your fingers, into your palms, traveling up your arms like a slow wave of calm. In and out, you take a sip. The flavor is gentle, not sweet, not sharp, just soft. Like warm honey and quiet flowers. It tastes like a bedtime story. As you drink, you feel something inside you unwind, like a knot slowly loosening. The day's leftover noise fades. The mental loops quiet down. Your body remembers how to rest. You sit at a table near the window. Outside, the street is empty, lit by lanterns that glow like sleepy stars. Inside, the cafe feels like a pocket of peace. The city keeps hidden for nights like this. You place the book on the table and open it. The pages are blank for a moment. Then words appear again, slowly. You are doing well. Your breath deepens, in and out. The book continues. Let your eyelids grow heavier. Let your thoughts slow down. You feel the truth of it immediately. Your eyelids do feel heavier. Your thoughts do slow. The tea seems to be working like a gentle spell, not forcing anything, only inviting. You take another sip. Warmth spreads through your chest, soothing and steady. Your shoulders drop further. Your neck relaxes. Your body settles into the chair as if it's found the exact shape it needed. The cafe is so quiet, you can hear tiny sounds. The soft ticking of a clock, the faint clink of a spoon somewhere, the whisper of steam. Everything feels slow, safe, still. In and out, you turn a page of the book. It writes, "When you are ready, the city of lights will guide you to the place where sleep becomes effortless." You read the line once, then again, and each time your mind becomes softer, as if the words are smoothing it like a hand smoothing a blanket. You finish your tea slowly. You don't need to rush. The person behind the counter watches calmly, like they've seen many travelers come here, people carrying busy minds who needed to set them down for a while. When your cup is empty, you feel lighter, not energized, peaceful, drowsy. You close the book and hold it for a moment. It's still warm, a small comfort in your hands. Then you stand. The lantern's glow appears in the window, reflected faintly, like a reminder. Time to continue. You step out of the cafe and back into the quiet street. The air is cooler now, but your body is warm inside. The city feels even softer, as if the tea has made you part of the night. The lantern leads you onward, and your steps follow like a lullaby. The lantern guides you back toward the river, but not to the same place as before. This part of the Seine feels quieter, less open, more secret. The lamps along the bank are spaced farther apart, and between them the shadows feel gentle rather than dark. In and out. Ahead, a bridge arches over the water. Not a grand, famous one. A simple bridge. And yet, tonight, it feels like a doorway. As you approach, the air grows cooler. The river's scent is stronger here, clean and watery, with a hint of stone and moss. The sound of moving water feels closer, like a whisper right beside your ear. You step onto the bridge. Your footsteps make soft sounds against the surface, muffled by the night. The railings are cold stone, but not unpleasant. Steady, grounding. Halfway across, you stop. The lantern's glow seems to pause too, hovering near a post, as if it wants you to take your time. You look down at the river. The reflections here are slower, The gold lines stretch out and drift, and you realize they look like long breaths. In and out, you breathe with them. You inhale slowly, and the reflections seem to lengthen. You exhale slowly, and the water seems to settle. It's as if the river is teaching you the simplest lesson of sleep. Slow down, and your body will follow. You rest your hands on the railing and allow your shoulders to drop completely. The tension that once lived between your shoulder blades dissolves like sugar in warm tea. Your jaw relaxes. Your tongue rests gently. Your forehead smooths. In and out, you open the book again, just for a moment. The pages fill with words. The bridge is carrying you from wakefulness to rest. You read that line, and your body agrees. You are being carried, not by effort, by the city, by the night, by the steady kindness of light and water. You close the book again and tuck it safely under your arm. Then you continue walking across the bridge. On the other side, the street is quieter still. The lantern leads you along a path lined with trees. Their branches form a canopy, and the light beneath is dim and soft. Your eyelids feel heavy again. You blink slowly, and the lantern ahead seems to blink too, in a rhythm that matches your breath, in and out. The more you follow it, the more your mind quiets, like a radio being turned down until only a soft hum remains. You walk until you reach a small stone stairway descending into a lower riverside path. This path feels hidden, sheltered by walls and trees. Here, the world is extra quiet. The city above feels far away. The river beside you feels close. You slow down even more. You don't need to think. You only need to drift forward. The lantern's glow leads you to a small nook where a bench sits beneath an overhanging tree. The bench looks like it belongs to the night, like it was placed here for people who need calm. You sit down, and the moment you sit, your body feels like it could sleep right here. In and out, the river whispers. The leaves rustle softly. The lantern glows steadily. You close your eyes for a moment, and you feel yourself sinking deeper, as if the bench is made of comfort instead of wood. Your thoughts fade. Your breathing slows. Your whole body becomes heavy and warm. And the story continues to carry you, gently, patiently, toward the deepest part of the night. When you stand again, it feels like standing inside a cloud, soft, slow, dreamy. You follow the lantern upward through a quiet street, and you realize you are heading toward rooftops again, but not to the high hill of Montmartre. This is a different kind of height, a secret height, a place the city keeps hidden above the sleeping streets, in and out. You arrive at a building with a narrow staircase. The door is unlocked, as if it has been left open for you alone. You climb slowly, step by step, and with each step your body feels heavier and calmer, like you're walking upward into sleep rather than away from it. At the top, you push open a door and step onto a rooftop terrace. The air is cool and clean. And the view? The view is everything. Paris stretches out below you, a sea of warm lights scattered across velvet darkness. The city of lights doesn't glare. It glows. It shines in a way that feels like comfort, like the world has placed tiny candles everywhere to guide you home. You step forward and rest your hands on a low stone wall. The stone is cool, steady, reassuring. In and out. Somewhere in the distance, the Eiffel Tower sparkles faintly, just enough to remind you that beauty exists without needing your attention. It glitters softly, then settles, like a lullaby ending its final note. The lantern glows beside you, not leading anymore, simply staying, like a friend sitting quietly. You take out the book and open it one last time. The pages fill with words. You have reached the doorway to dreams. Your eyelids become heavy immediately. You read the next line. All you have to do now is rest. You breathe. In and out, the rooftop is quiet. No voices, no traffic, only the soft hum of the city sleeping. And as you stand there, looking at the warm lights below, you feel something inside you release completely, as if your body has finally let go of its last tight thread. Your shoulders melt down, your arms feel loose, your hands feel warm, your legs feel heavy, your eyelids lower, in and out. You sit down on a lounge chair you didn't notice before, cushioned and comfortable, as if it appeared the moment you needed it. You lie back slowly, letting the chair support you fully. Above you is the sky deep, dark, gentle. Below you are the city lights, warm, steady, kind. And inside you is the quietest place you felt all day. The lantern's glow softens further, dimming to a sleepy warmth. You close the book and place it on your chest, feeling its gentle weight. And now, with the city of lights glowing like a blanket around you, your mind begins to drift. Thoughts appear less often. When they do, they're soft and slow. They don't hook you. They float away like feathers. In and out. Your breathing is slow. Your body is calm. Your eyelids are closed. And you realize you don't have to do anything else. No effort, no control, no forcing, only allowing. The city of lights continues glowing. The rooftop continues holding you. The night continues whispering its quiet promise. Sleep is safe here. Sleep is easy here. And as your mind slides gently into the first true waves of dream, the story prepares to carry you onward, deeper still, into part 9, where the night becomes even softer and sleep becomes even deeper. On the rooftop, time becomes softer, not measured by minutes, not marked by tasks, only by breath and by the gentle, steady glow of Paris below. The city of lights holds its warmth like a blanket, and you feel that warmth settling over your body, smoothing every last edge of tension. In and out. The book rests on your chest, a quiet weight that reminds your body it can stop working now. Your shoulders sink deeper into the cushion. Your hands relax, fingers uncurling as if they've been holding something for too long. Your jaw loosens. Your forehead becomes smooth, like calm water. Above you, the sky is deep and wide, a velvet dome that feels protective rather than endless. A few stars peek through, shy and patient. They don't compete with the city lights. They simply exist, soft and steady. And in the distance, far enough to feel dreamy, close enough to feel comforting, the Eiffel Tower gives a faint sparkle, like a gentle signal. You are safe, and the night is watching over you. The sparkle comes in a slow rhythm, not rushed, not sharp, just a soft shimmer. You breathe with it. In and out. Each inhale feels like taking in warmth. Each exhale feels like letting go of the day. Your thoughts, once busy and loud, are now like slow boats on the Seine. They drift past without needing your attention. If a thought tries to tug you into tomorrow, you simply let it float onward. The river inside you knows how to move forward without struggle. A breeze touches your cheek, cool and light, like the softest fingertip. The rooftop air smells clean, faintly like stone and night flowers. You imagine the city breathing, too. Windows darkening, streets quieting, lights glowing steadily like sleepy eyes. In and out. The book on your chest grows warmer, as if it has absorbed the comfort of your body. Even without opening it, You can feel it doing its gentle work, reminding your mind that you don't have to hold everything right now. You let your eyelids rest fully closed, and behind your eyelids, the city appears in softer shapes, golden lights, gentle reflections, glowing lanterns. Everything blurs into calm, as if your mind is painting Paris with a brush made of sleep. Your breathing slows further, in and out. Then something shifts. Not in the city, in you. It's the feeling of crossing a line you can't see, like stepping from one room into another. One moment you're still aware of the rooftop beneath you, and the next, your awareness begins to sink deeper, like a stone settling into the sand at the bottom of a clear, quiet sea. You don't fight it, you don't chase it, you allow it. The Eiffel sparkle is still there, but softer now, like it's moving farther away as you drift inward. The city lights continue glowing, but your mind no longer needs to look at them to feel their comfort. In and out. Your body becomes pleasantly heavy. Your legs feel warm, as if a gentle blanket has been placed over them. Your arms feel loose, resting by your sides or across your stomach in the most natural way. Your neck relaxes fully, supported, safe. Your mind begins to do what it was always designed to do at night. It begins to wander into dream. Not vivid dreams yet. Not stories you can follow. Just the beginning. Soft images that come and go like clouds. A warm cafe cup. A golden lantern. The river turning into silk. A quiet bench beneath leaves. In and out. These images don't demand anything, they simply pass through. And each time an image fades, your mind grows quieter behind it, like the silence after a lullaby line ends. The book shifts slightly as you breathe, rising and falling with your chest. It feels like a companion, quiet, steady, reassuring. Somewhere in the distance, a faint city sound hums, so far away, it's barely real. It doesn't pull you into wakefulness. It's more like the ocean in another room, comforting, constant, harmless. In and out. Your thoughts are now so slow, they don't form complete sentences. They're more like feelings, soft, vague, warm. A sense of being held, a sense of being guided, a sense that you've arrived somewhere safe inside yourself. And then, without warning, but with perfect gentleness, the rooftop changes. Not in reality. In your dreaming. The cushion beneath you becomes softer, like moss. The cool air becomes warmer, like early summer evening. The city lights blur into glowing fireflies floating above a quiet riverbank. You are drifting. And the drift is safe. In and out. You don't need to understand what's happening. Sleep doesn't require understanding. Sleep only requires permission. And you have permission. The Eiffel sparkle fades to a memory. The rooftop fades to a feeling. The city fades to warmth. And you float toward the next quiet place, where the city of lights becomes a city inside your dreams, guiding you deeper still. In your dream, you are not on the rooftop anymore. You are standing in a station, quiet, clean, softly lit. Not the busy station from earlier. This one feels like it exists only at night, only in the gentle spaces between thoughts. The ceiling is high and curved, like a calm sky made of stone. Lanterns hang in a row, glowing warmly, each one steady as a heartbeat. The floor is smooth beneath your feet, and the air smells faintly of warm paper and rain. There are no crowds, no rushing, no urgency, only stillness. In and out. A train waits on the platform. It's not loud. It doesn't hiss or clatter. It simply waits, doors open, as if it has been expecting you. You step forward without hesitation. Your feet move easily. Your body feels light in this dream, as if gravity has softened its grip. Inside the train, the seats are wide and comfortable, upholstered in a fabric that feels like velvet. A warm lamp glows above each seat, not bright, just enough to create a small circle of comfort. You sit down. The moment you sit, you feel your whole body relax again, as if even your dreams are designed to help you rest. In and out. The train begins to move, not with a jolt, with a glide. So smooth, you barely notice it, except for the gentle shifting of lights outside the window. Paris drifts by in soft blur. Lanterns, quiet streets, sleeping buildings, the river shining faintly like a ribbon. You rest your head back. Your eyelids in the dream are heavy too, like sleep has layers, and you are sinking through them. In and out. Across from you, on the seat, is the book. The same book. Dark cover. Warm presence. It lies closed, but you know it's there for you. The train's motion is like being rocked. A slow, steady rocking that tells your nervous system, it's okay now. You can let go. Outside, the city becomes softer, quieter. The lights thin out. The buildings become fewer. The river becomes wider, calmer. It's as if the train is taking you away from the busy edges of the world and toward the center of peace. In and out. The station lights behind you fade. And ahead, through the window, you see another station appearing, glowing softly in the distance, like a place made of moonlight. The train slows and stops, gentle as a feather landing. The doors open. You step out. This station is different. It feels like a tomorrow that isn't demanding. A tomorrow that is quiet and kind. A tomorrow that waits patiently instead of pushing. The walls are lined with clocks, but none of them tick loudly. Their hands move slowly, lazily, like they don't care about being exact. Time here is softer. You walk forward and see a sign overhead. It doesn't have a city name. It simply says, in calm letters, rest. In and out. A warm feeling spreads through you. You realize this place exists for one reason, to hold your body in deep calm while your mind continues to drift. You find a bench in the station, smooth wood, warm under your hand. You sit and let your shoulders drop again. The book appears in your lap, as if it moved there on its own. You open it. The pages fill with words. Tomorrow can wait. You breathe. In and out. You turn a page. Right now, your only job is to sleep. The words feel like a soft hand on your forehead. They smooth everything down. You turn another page. Let the train carry your thoughts away. And as you read, you feel your thoughts drifting away again, like luggage left behind at a station you no longer need to visit. No plans, no worries, no lists, only calm. In and out. The station's lanterns glow like sleepy eyes. The benches seem to hum with comfort. Even the clocks look drowsy, their faces soft and kind. You close the book gently, and when you do, the station fades like mist, not disappearing abruptly, melting, like snow dissolving into water. You feel yourself sinking again, deeper than before. The dream train's motion becomes your breath. The station's lanterns become the warmth behind your eyelids, and you drift onward toward a deeper dream, where the city of lights becomes a quiet sea of stars, carrying you into the safest part of night. Now you are floating, not in a way that feels strange, only in a way that feels natural, as if your body has remembered a lighter version of itself. Beneath you is water, but not the Seine. This water is darker, deeper, calmer, like a lake at midnight, and across the surface are lanterns, hundreds of them, maybe thousands, soft, golden lanterns floating like little moons. They drift slowly, each one glowing gently, each one moving in the same quiet rhythm as if the whole sea is breathing. In and out, you drift among them, weightless, calm. The lanterns don't crowd you, they give you space. They make a path of light without forcing you to follow it. You can simply float and feel their warmth. Each lantern seems to hold a message, not in words, but in feeling. One feels like comfort, one feels like relief, one feels like a deep sigh, one feels like being forgiven for being tired. In and out. As you drift, you notice something ahead, a garden floating on the water, a garden island. Trees and flowers growing in perfect calm, as if they've always belonged on the surface of a midnight lake. The garden glows softly from within, like the lantern light has become roots and leaves and petals. You float toward it, and when you reach the edge, you step onto it as if it's solid ground. It is. The grass is soft beneath your feet. The air smells sweet, like night jasmine and rain. The trees are tall and gentle, their leaves whispering softly like quiet applause. In and out. A path winds through the garden, lit by lanterns hanging from branches like glowing fruit. They sway slightly in a breeze that feels warm and safe. You walk slowly, though you could float if you wanted. The garden invites slowness, it invites softness, it invites rest. You find a fountain here too, small and quiet, trickling water into a stone bowl. The sound is like a lullaby made of droplets. You sit beside it, and instantly your whole body relaxes again, as if even in your dreams, your nervous system knows this place is safe. In and out. The book appears again, resting beside you on the grass. You open it. The pages glow faintly, and the words form slowly. You are going deeper. You turn the page. Deeper means safer. You turn the page. Deeper means quieter. With each line, your breathing slows more, and your mind becomes even softer, like a blanket sinking into a warm bed. You close the book, and the moment you do, the lanterns in the garden glow a little brighter. Not louder, not sharper, just warmer, as if they are smiling. In and out, you lie down on the grass. It feels like a mattress made of calm. Above you, lanterns sway gently. Beyond them, the sky is a deep velvet, and somewhere in it, the city of lights seems to echo, like Paris has become a constellation. You feel so warm, so heavy, so safe. Your thoughts fade again, dissolving like sugar in tea. You don't need to hold on to anything. The garden is holding you. The lanterns are holding you. The night is holding you. In and out, and as you rest there, the floating garden begins to drift across the lantern sea, rocking you slowly, steadily, as if the whole world has become a cradle. You allow yourself to sink deeper still, toward the quietest, most peaceful part of sleep, where dreams become softer and the body becomes perfectly still. Now the dream changes again. You are in a room, not a normal room, a room made of softness. The walls are not hard, they feel like warm fabric. The light is dim and golden, like sunrise trapped gently inside a lantern. The air is the perfect temperature, cool enough to feel fresh, warm enough to feel safe. This room has no corners that feel sharp, no sounds that feel sudden. Everything here is designed for deep sleep, in and out. You are lying down in a bed that seems to fit you perfectly, as if it was shaped for your body alone. The blanket is heavy in the best way, comforting, grounding, reassuring. It rests over you like a gentle promise. You don't remember walking here. You don't need to. Sleep has carried you. The book lies on a small table beside the bed. The lantern glow fills the room, and in the quiet, you feel your whole body resetting, as if every cell is taking a slow breath, in and out. Your shoulders soften completely. Your neck releases its last tightness. Your chest rises and falls smoothly, effortlessly. Your stomach feels calm. Your legs feel warm and still. Your hands are relaxed, loose, safe. In this room, there is nothing to solve, nothing to plan, nothing to prove. Only rest, in and out. You reach for the book, not because you must, but because it feels comforting. You open it slowly. The pages are bright with soft, warm light, and the words appear. You can let go completely now. You turn the page, your body knows what to do. You turn the page, your mind can rest. You breathe. In and out. The words are not instructions, they are permission. They are gentle hands smoothing the blanket. They are the last whisper before silence becomes deep. You close the book, you place it back on the table, and you settle deeper into the bed. The room seems to hum with calm, like a quiet melody, too soft to notice, but strong enough to soothe. In and out. Behind your closed eyelids, the city of lights fades into a warm glow. Not images now, not scenes, just warmth and darkness and safety. Your thoughts are gone, not pushed away, simply finished for the night. Your body becomes still, your breathing becomes slow and deep, and you feel the deepest kind of rest beginning, like a soft reset, restoring you gently, quietly, completely, in and out. The lantern glow dims further, as if the room itself is closing its eyes. The air feels thicker with comfort. The blanket feels heavier with calm, and you drift beyond dreams into the smooth, quiet ocean of deep sleep where nothing can disturb you and everything inside you is healing. The city of lights is far away now, but its warmth remains, a soft glow inside you, a gentle calm that stays, and you sleep. In the deepest part of sleep, the mind becomes a wide, calm ocean. There are no sharp edges here, no loud sounds, no urgent thoughts, only the steady rhythm of breath, slow and soft like waves arriving and leaving the shore without effort. In and out. You are still in the soft room, wrapped in the perfect blanket, held by the bed that fits you like it was made from your comfort. The lantern glow is so dim now, it's almost more a feeling than a light. It rests in the air like warmth left behind after a candle is blown out. And even though you are far from waking, the city of lights remains with you, quietly. Not as streets or bridges, not as rooftops or cafés, but as a gentle heartbeat. A steady pulse of calm. In and out, somewhere inside your dream, the city is breathing. You sense it like a distant lullaby, a soft hum, a low warmth, a quiet reassurance that the world is still turning, still safe, still steady, without needing anything from you. Your body sinks deeper. Your shoulders release even more, as if they've discovered a new level of softness. Your face relaxes into complete ease, jaw loose, tongue resting gently, brow smooth and open. Your arms feel heavy and warm, your hands relaxed, as if they've forgotten what it ever meant to hold tight. In and out. Your breath is slow now, deep and natural. Each inhale feels like drawing in comfort. Each exhale feels like letting the last tiny trace of tension drift away into nothing. You might see a faint image behind your closed eyes, a shimmer of gold like streetlight on water. Then it fades, not replaced by another thought, just fading into calm. This is where your body does its quiet work. This is where your mind repairs itself. This is where you are allowed to be completely off duty. In and out. In the distance of your sleeping mind, you feel Paris again. Not as a place you must walk through, but as a soft presence that watches over you. The city of lights, even in your deepest sleep, feels kind. Like it has placed gentle lanterns around the edges of your night, keeping everything warm and safe. You don't need to move. You don't need to dream. You don't need to do anything. You only need to rest. And you are in and out. The soft room feels like a cocoon. The blanket feels like a gentle hug. The air feels clean and calm, as if it's been filtered through peace. You drift deeper still, into a place where even the idea of time disappears. There is no before. There is no after. Only this slow, quiet moment, stretching softly, holding you. And somewhere, far away, the heartbeat of the city of lights continues, steady and gentle, like a promise that nothing can disturb your rest. At some point in the night, the deepest sleep begins to soften into something slightly lighter. Not waking, not even dreaming clearly, but a gentle transition, like the sky changing color before sunrise. In and out, you remain warm and safe in the soft room, but now your mind begins to form faint shapes again, soft images that rise slowly like mist over water. You see a window. Not a sharp window, not a bright one, a window with pale curtains that move gently in a breeze. Beyond it, the city of lights is quieter now, as if it's resting too. The lights are dimmer, fewer, like stars fading as dawn approaches. You feel no urgency. This dream is not telling you to get up. It's showing you a morning that doesn't rush you, a morning that arrives like a gentle hand on your shoulder. In and out. In the dream, you are walking again, but your steps are even slower than before, as if the world itself has slowed down for you. The streets are empty, washed in soft gray-blue light. The air is cool and clean, and the stones beneath your feet feel calm. You pass a cafe, and the chairs are still stacked, but there is a warm glow inside, someone preparing quietly. No noise, no hurry, only the gentle beginning of a day. You smell bread, fresh, warm bread. It drifts through the air like comfort. And you realize this dream is teaching your nervous system something important. You can begin again without pressure. You can start a new day without carrying yesterday's weight. In and out. You see the Seine again, but it looks different now. The gold reflections are faint, replaced by pale silver. The river moves slowly, steady as ever, carrying the night away and making space for a softer morning. You stand at the railing and breathe, in and out, and with that breath, your chest feels open and calm. In your dream, you open the book again. The pages glow softly. The words appear. Morning will come when it's ready. You turn the page. You don't have to chase it. You turn the page. Rest is still yours. These words settle into you like seeds planted in quiet soil. Even in sleep, your mind absorbs them. Even in sleep, your body believes them. In and out, the dream shifts again. Now you are in a small square with trees, and the leaves are still waiting. The fountains are quiet. The benches are empty. The whole city feels like it is pausing, giving you time. You sit on a bench in the dream, and you feel the same deep comfort you felt in the garden at night. Your shoulders loosen again. Your eyelids feel heavy again. And the dream smiles at you, not with a face, but with a feeling. A feeling that says you are allowed to take your time, in and out. The dream begins to fade, slowly, like a watercolor washed with clean water. The river becomes a soft ribbon of light. The streets become gentle shadows. The cafe becomes warm scent. And then, even those fade, leaving you in a calm, quiet space where sleep becomes deep again, smooth and safe, carrying you toward the final chapters of your night. Now, the night is almost complete, not in a way that feels like an ending, more like a slow, gentle turning of a page to the last line of a comforting book, in and out. The city of lights is no longer a place you walk through in dreams. It has become a feeling inside your chest, a warm glow, steady and calm, like a lantern you can carry anywhere. You are still in the soft room, still wrapped in comfort. But now, something subtle begins to shift. Your awareness of your own breath becomes clearer. Not suddenly, not sharply, softly. You notice the rise and fall of your chest. You notice the warmth of the blanket. You notice the steady weight of your body. In and out, your breath is slow and deep. It feels safe. It feels familiar. It feels like coming home. Somewhere far away, a faint sound might exist, a distant bird, a quiet movement in the world outside. But it doesn't disturb you. It simply reminds you that life continues gently, even while you rest, in and out. You might feel the softest hint of morning approaching. Not bright light, not wakefulness, just a slight change in the air. The room feels a touch cooler, fresher. The blanket feels even more comforting against that freshness. Your body continues its quiet work, finishing the last repairs of the night. Muscles release. Mind settles. Heart beats steady. Everything aligned into rest. In and out. The book is still nearby, but you don't need to open it anymore. The words it offered have already settled into you. They have become part of your calm. You allow your mind to remain quiet. No planning, no replaying, no grasping at thoughts, just stillness, just breath, just warmth. In and out, and if any thought does appear, small, soft, harmless, you let it float away like a lantern on water. You don't hold it. You don't chase it. You watch it drift, and you return to your breath. This is the soft return. Not waking yet, just returning gently to yourself, your breath, your body, your calm. In and out, the city of lights fades further, like a dream dissolving into warm darkness. But the calm it gave you remains. A quiet glow, a steady comfort, a softness you can carry into the day when the day finally arrives. And for now, you continue resting deep, safe, supported, until the night finishes its last gentle page. In the final part of the night, everything becomes very simple. Breath, warmth, stillness, in and out. You are wrapped in the blanket, safe in the soft room, and the lantern glow is almost gone now. Only a faint golden warmth in the air, like the memory of light rather than light itself. And yet, you sense it, one last lantern, not hanging from a street corner, not floating on a river, not glowing on a rooftop. This lantern is inside you. It is the calm you found in the city of lights. It is the softness you allowed. It is the permission you gave yourself to rest, in and out. You feel your body resting fully, deeply. Your muscles are loose, heavy, warm. Your face is relaxed, peaceful. Your breathing is steady and slow like a calm tide. Your mind is quiet. Not empty in a lonely way, quiet in a safe way, quiet like a garden at night, quiet like the river under lanterns, quiet like rooftops under stars. In and out. The story that began with walking through Paris now becomes something simpler. You don't need to walk anymore. You have arrived. You have arrived at rest. You have arrived at the part of the night where healing happens. You have arrived at peace. And this peace is not only for tonight, it is something you can keep. A small glow you can carry into tomorrow. A softness you can return to whenever you need it. In and out, in the distance of your mind, the city of lights gives one last gentle shimmer, like the Eiffel Tower sparkle, faint and kind, reminding you you are safe, you are calm, you are allowed to rest. The shimmer fades, and what remains is warmth. What remains is steadiness. What remains is breath. In and out, your body continues to sleep deeply, naturally, perfectly. You don't have to hold the night. You don't have to manage the morning. Everything will come when it's ready. For now, you are exactly where you need to be. Safe in the quiet. Warm in the stillness. Held by the gentle rhythm of your own breath. In and out. And out. And as the last lantern inside you glows softly, steady and calm, you remain resting, drifting, peaceful, letting sleep carry you as long as you need. The city of lights has done its work. It has guided you into comfort, and now it leaves you with the greatest gift, a deep, quiet peace that stays with you, in and out, and you sleep. If you're still awake, that's okay. Just keep breathing slowly and let the calm remain with you. Thank you for being here tonight, and may you sleep deeply and peacefully.